And good morning, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok family. This is Doc here. I'm just simply doing a Monday morning market analysis, and I'm hoping that this will bring some clarity to you in terms of what is happening in the market right now, in terms of crypto in particular. Be advised, this is just educational material. In terms of you getting into the market, make sure that if you're getting into the market, that you have monies that the monies that you're going to use is money that you can afford to lose. And as well, check your financial advisors before you make any steps into the market. Now, with that being said, we are presently looking at Bitcoin because those of you who are in the crypto space know that the market of the cryptocurrency market moves and in terms of the ebbs and the flows of the cryptocurrency market as a whole, the majority of coins tend to follow Bitcoin in particular. So if you're going to be trading in crypto in particular, you want to be following Bitcoin in terms of the movements that Bitcoin is presently making. When we look at Bitcoin presently, this is the daily chart that I'm looking at. You would have seen that Bitcoin was in a downward trend from a macro or a larger perspective. We see that Bitcoin basically from the October 8th, thereabouts, right up to um, all the way down to February, Bitcoin was in a downward trend, a downward trend. And as you would see, I placed a trend line here to show this downward trend. And what we see going on right now is Bitcoin has hit a bottom in terms of the base, in terms of the lowest price is going to hit at this particular juncture in time. Keep in mind, keep in mind, I should say, the market is a lively, evolving entity. So do not place too much emphasis on what the market may do. Place more emphasis on what it is presently doing. And that is what I like to base my analysis on. In terms of where we're at presently, Bitcoin uh, it hit a previous high, and there has been a pullback. In terms of what transpired, Bitcoin hit that $76,000 level, and there was a pullback to this present $70,000 zone. Now, for those of you who are active market participants, uh, if you were wondering when would be a good time to buy, remember this is just my perspective. In terms of when would be a good time to buy, this would actually be a good time because what we have going on right now on the market charts is Bitcoin has presently come back to test an order block here and is presently using that order block as a springboard. In terms of my projections as to where I expect Bitcoin is going to go in terms of over the next few days and weeks, I'm expecting Bitcoin to get at this $84,000 level that I have marked out here with this yellow line. And as you can see, as we look back into the past, during December and during November of 2025, this level would have acted as a point of resistance, sorry, a support level, and it was rejected from that level twice before it eventually broke through that level. Now, what we see going on here is price now has hit its discounted price as it did on February. And now we're going to see a push to the upside. And this is literally going to be the first real strong push to the upside because what we're going to see is a break of the 50 moving average. There has already been a break of the 10 moving average. And what we're going to see and experience now is there's going to be a break of the 50 moving average. The first take profit level, for those of you who may be wondering where you should be taking profit, I would tell you to take your profit at the previous week's high, which is presently at that 79,182 level. In terms of your second level or the main level that you can expect price to eventually get to, you're looking at that $84,000 level. Now, bear in mind, the same way how price took a stair-stepping motion to come back down, price is going to take a stair-stepping approach to going to the upside. But this would be a key entry level to take a buy position, and this would mark the overall move to the upside. So this is my take. So basically, in terms of how much time you may be looking at, in terms of how the market may respond, let me give you some potential time frames that you can look at. Price. In terms of the overall movement, if we were to do a smooth movement, we would be looking at about 35 days before it gets to the ultimate price that will set the market back into reasonable equilibrium. In terms of when I say equilibrium, that would be the point that Bitcoin will be back at that $92,000 to $96,000 range. So that will give you an idea of the potentiality of the bounce that is ahead of you. In terms of overall market approach, I would advise dollar cost averaging in, and not just dollar cost averaging in. I would advise to just be patient, because as you can see, the market literally moved from October to now to get to where it's at. So when we look at October, November, December, January, February, and we're presently now in March. So basically, we went through a bear market for approximately 6 months. So now what we're looking at is we're going to now be moving to new market highs in terms of what the overall trajectory is expected to look like. Now, this being said, there should be a cautionary note as we look back in time. We note that there is a strong demand zone that still has not been claimed at the $60,000 level, and a demand zone claimed at the $52,000 level. So one should make room mentally that this could simply be a small bounce to the upside and just go back to equilibrium at that $92,000 range, and then may make a visit to wipe out those old markets or those old demand zones. But as in all markets, you want to approach the markets from a point of view that you're just going with the flows, the ebbs and the flows of the market. Anyone who tells you that they can predict exactly where the market is going, they're lying. But that is the overall assessment of what is happening with Bitcoin. You can expect a good bounce this upcoming month. So just, enjoy the profits as you make the profits this month. This is Doc saying thank you for joining me on this analysis of the market. And if you haven't liked and subscribed to this channel as yet, please do so if you want to be up to date with my market analysis. I'm going to try and do this at least 3 times a week moving forward, so as to keep you informed as to how I'm seeing the market and the moves within the market structure. So until next time, have a great trading week. This is Doc signing out. Till next time.